G'day everyone, Brian from Prime Cuts Lawn Care here in Yass, New South Wales, Australia. It's about 8:30, Saturday the 21st of February. So it's a nice morning. The last couple of mornings have been coolish, bit of dew on the ground, but it's going to be a hot day again. It'll be 37-ish Celsius. So, but you can just sort of feel things turning a little bit. We may get another really hot spell yet. It can happen. But positive news is that showers and storms are predicted for Sunday afternoon, maybe up to 20 mils. So that's 3/4 of an inch. And then sort of little showers until Wednesday. And then I think it's somewhere in that 15 to 20 mils, whether that's a storm or showers, I'm just not too sure. But if the storms or showers occurs tomorrow, I'll be out like a shot on Monday morning to do a Ventrac job, which is tidying up an area behind on a rural residential block. It's about 3 acres, I think, but there's a creek that goes through it as well. So, and it's got quite steep banks, so we'll just see how that goes. I'll get some video of that for sure. Other things that have been going on, and I noticed Jeff at McPhee's gave some pretty good advice the other day with regard to, when it does get dry, what do you do? And there are we've had lots of wind around and that sort of thing over the last 6 to 8 weeks. So there's lots of sticks and limbs down and bark all over the place. So there's tidy up work to do, which I've been doing, and still doing some mowing, albeit the schedule is stretched out now. Instead of every fortnight, it might be every month, might even be every 6 weeks, depending on where the customer is and the ground type and exposure to the western sun. So yes, but still poking along and still doing things. Sort of, I've got a quote to do tomorrow. I've got to go and see some customers, and that'll be pretty comprehensive. They're on a small farm. So that will also include, that will be mowing, maybe gardening, and it will include some Ventrac work as well. So I need to just see the lie of the land when it comes to those sort of things. As I think, when you're looking at that bigger stuff, you need to go and eye it off and see what's required and whether or not you can actually do it and you have the capabilities or the machinery to be able to do that sort of thing. So we'll see how that goes tomorrow. I've got another tidy up job, and I've got some mowing to do next week as well. So this is I'll call it my off weekend. So really it's my weekend off, even though I've got to do some of my stuff. My lawn has grown. But what I'm just going to show a little bit this morning is I just want to tidy up my shrubs along my driveway and just give them a quick trim, and a Christmassy bush out the front, just trim the stragglers off that as well. We'll go for a quick walk across the road and see how that all looks. But fingers crossed, we're going to have a bit of rain this week, and that'll just, when I say take the edge out, well, take the edge out of things, soften things up, and maybe we'll get a bit of growth while it still is warm, hopefully not too hot. So we'll just get stuck into that. So just using the battery Aldi hedge trimmer, which you've seen before and I've had for a good few years. No problem with it whatsoever. It works really well. So I just wanted to, that's the quince bush. I'll actually show you, they're starting to come out fruit. So there we go. And I've got someone who likes the quinces. This is the old-fashioned ones. There's a couple more up here, and it's difficult for my mates, the cockies, to get them. And then, so we've done up here along the driveway. I just wanted to tidy up the rat's tails. I don't touch the crepe myrtle because I don't want powdery mildew to get into it. You can see signs of it, but the hot weather has kept that at bay. So I'll clean that up soon. And then just my little Christmas bush at the front, I've just squared it. It's a bit rough up there, but it'll be right. But I just tidied it up, got a few of the rat's tails out of there as well. And we're over at the historic property, haven't been here for a while, or videoed it. But I mowed it yesterday and whippersnipped it. But keeping the sprinklers on it and that 30 mils sparked it up. So we'll just walk up in the middle into the circle garden area. There's still a little bit of dew down, you can see that. And all done, although, you know, the last couple of days in the afternoon it's got quite hot, around 37, 38 again. And I'll just pop up the back. And here we are up the back at the historic property. It is drying out a bit again too, with the heat we've had. I did get the water onto it, and then we had the 30 mils and it sparked it up to about, I'd say 8 inches. And I got that mowed on Thursday, got it mowed on Thursday. And it looks all right. We're going to get some more rain. They're tipping possibly tomorrow evening in storms and stuff, and then showers on and off for the rest of the week, which is just be fantastic. And if you look out to the west there, it's hazy. So it's about 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning, 9:30 or something like that. So it's going to get hot this afternoon, even though it's really nice at the moment. So I was looking to do maybe the circle garden hedge this morning, but really it's only this little bit that needs a little bit of trimming. And if I do a circle around the circle garden, you can see there's really not much new growth at all, other than what I just showed you, and a little bit up on this end bit. So what I'm going to do, just up here, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wait until we get this rain, and to help give it a bit of a breather and recover. And then I'll give it a light trim. And the cocky update, still is a bit of a mess, even though it cleaned up the other day. They did come back, but what I'll do this time is I'll run the mower over it. I'll rake up what's in the gutter, but I'll run the mower over it and mulch it back in. So out the front where I use the mulcher, and this time I went up and down instead of sideways. And then, as I said earlier this morning, I just run that over the nature strip to get the leaves munched back into the ground. I won't do the gutter, the Savo. I'll do that in the morning when it's cooler, but it's come up well. So that all came up really well, everybody. It's about 7:10 on Saturday night. It's still 33 degrees, which is 90 Fahrenheit, so it's still warm, but I just wanted to get that done. It'll cool off a bit now. It still might be warm until about 9:30 tonight, but as you've seen before, I think last year when I was doing the autumn leaves and all that, the little mulching chock that you put in the Honda HRU196 Buffalo Pro, that's a mouthful, does a really good job of mulching everything up and putting everything back into the ground, and that's what we want. We want the organic matter or the organic carbon to be good in the grass, in the soil. So that's pretty much it for me for the day. There's bits and pieces from early this morning till later tonight. Fingers crossed we will get those showers and storms tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, and hopefully we'll get somewhere in that 10 to 20 mil range, and I'll be on the Ventrac on Monday morning. So a big thank you, everybody. I've hit the magical 500 subscribers, which I really never thought I would. But thank you to Doc at DLT Lawn Care and Tom Doby at Tom Doby Mower Repair for their sensational effort this morning on their live stream to get a few new subscribers. So I'm very grateful. As I said, I never thought that would happen. But it's great and very, very much appreciated. So that's my lot for today, and I'll catch you soon.